Hello, everyone, and welcome to the episode 5 of Boomer Grounds podcast. How's everyone been? What is new and exciting in your guys' world? Let's start with Obo. What's new and exciting with you?
New and exciting. Let's see. Well, Howard told me I shouldn't use it. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow.
I didn't say not to use it. I was just like, really? That's
here's
what you
the
want to
good
lead with?
news. I found my insurance card on Cigna's website.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Can you
that's
take that
amazing.
number so other people could use it for us?
Yeah, right. I ordered a bunch of stuff for my wedding today.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
more shoes.
What kind of stuff?
Hang on, joking on nothing.
And I didn't tell her not to use it. I was just like, don't you want some good news here? Dentist appointments aren't good news.
Maybe she likes to go to the dentist.
Took a lot
I
of time
don't.
to do a dentist appointment, I think.
Well,
Adulting.
my mom picked a whole bunch of fresh lavender to use for our favors, and I ordered some like burlap sack stuff, and to like wrap them in and tie with twine and some custom tags. I did buy a new pair of shoes.
Fucking knew it.
Another one?
Yeah. Well, so
What's wrong with the last ones?
nothing. I'm going to use both. I think we'll see.
Howard is surprised that a woman wants to have more than one pair of shoes.
Bowers
Listen.
probably wants to make me a third pair to wear.
We're gonna make shoes, Obo. That's your next pair of shoes. We're a fucking cobbler now, man.
No, here's where I'm going to interrupt. Do not trust Bowers to make your shoes.
Oh,
Do you see the reproductive system behind her? That's what's going to be on your shoes.
Oh, dude, that'd be amazing. Like
See?
little dog bones. People are like, oh, cute dog bones. Oh no, those are dicks. That'd be great. Huh.
So-
Now I have an idea.
Yeah. Okay.
New shoes.
The brewery is going to let me use their growlers as centerpieces. So I'm going to
That's
put
nice.
flowers in those. So I ordered some fake like handmade purple roses, and I might use some of the lavender as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to run out. So, but anyway, it was just a bunch of little silly stuff.
Very nice. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's it, really.
How about you, Miss Bowers? What has been going on with you? It looks like you're back home now as opposed to being at your parents.
Yay!
Drove.
Better
Man.
internet.
Yeah, better internet. It was pretty rough before. Hopefully better acoustics as well. Otherwise, I put all this shit on my wall for nothing. Getting a puppy tomorrow. What?
Yeah.
7-month-old.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to fill that void of that kitty that you guys saw in episode maybe 1 or 2. Got to fill that void.
Skinny, right?
Skinny. Yeah. We still have the fat cat. Gone, not here.
What
She
made
is
you
gonna
decide
be
to?
pissed.
Oh.
She's gonna be so mad. Went to the shelter today. Like, we found the dog yesterday, and then I went to the shelter this morning to fill out the application, like first thing. And I brought Tony Rigatoni, the ferret, and then I brought the 2 birds as well, just to see. Like, we weren't gonna get the dog if the dog was like way too interested in them. This dog tends to be very shy and shut down and just scared if in any new environment. So they brought him to the front lobby, and I guess he's not really comfortable there. So he did go nose to nose with both a bird and a ferret and didn't really give a shit. He was more worried about everything else. So hopefully that's a good fucking sign. Otherwise, I mean, we're getting a dog, so you can give them back, like, if there's a major issue, but like, I'll die. I basically already decided this dog is mine, so I'll die if I have to give this dog back.
What made you decide to get a dog over another cat?
Bren doesn't like the cats, and no, Bren doesn't like any of my fucking animals.
Is Brandon willing to help you take care of this dog?
Oh, he loves dogs. He loves dogs. No. Like, Bran, we're getting another animal. What is it? He's like, a dog. So, like, he's happy about it. But he did not like my cat. Well, he liked the cats. Like he cried when Skinny died and stuff. Like he likes the cats because like he even realized like they're both very good cats. But he's not a cat person, and then he does not like my birds. I don't know about any of you guys. Like, can you two? Oh, he loves the ferrets. We got the ferrets.
Okay.
I brought the cats.
To say, like, for someone that doesn't like pets, being married to you seems like a nightmare.
No. He loves animals.
Okay.
He just doesn't like the birds specifically. How many like you? Can you guys tune things out? Like, if the bird is screaming, I can just tune it out for whatever reason.
I can't hear it.
Yeah. I just it's white background
I think she
noise.
means, like, when it's actually talking, not like right now.
Yeah. Sorry, no, like, or when the bird's sitting on me and it's preening and touching my neck, like cleaning me off. I'm like, okay, like whoop-de-doo, versus it drives him nuts. So birds are just not
drive me crazy.
Yeah, exactly, right? So anyway, I'm done.
Power's a Canadian military. She's used to ignoring people.
Fair.
I don't understand how you can dislike cats.
I know. They're
Amen.
Well, there are some shitty cats, though.
I mean, most cats are assholes, aren't they? Isn't that just like the personality of cats?
I've had 3, and they have all been. I was just sitting here going, like, this is a cat? What the frick are these things? Like, they were great. I got so lucky. So freaking lucky. But some cats are weird. There's some cats and you're like, wow, this is your cat and you love that cat and it's so nice, and next to you turn around and just smacks you in the face and you're like,
hi, kitty.
There you go.
See? I mean, that one already seems like it's turning out to be a good one. Like look at it, just being able to do that, and it's just like, okay, that's gonna be a good cat, I think.
He's so sleepy.
Yeah. Aww.
How long is he gonna be with you, Obo?
Probably another month now.
Yeah, that cat's never being seen outside the house again.
Attached.
Yeah.
But it's my son's cat, so I can't
steal it.
Yeah.
How about you, Howard? What's been going on with you this week?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing a Kansas City Chiefs football jersey because tomorrow we record the season 9 opener of the Football Fig Nuts podcast.
Nice.
My podcast turns 9 tomorrow. And that's kind of a big deal just because that kicks off the busiest time of the year for us. That kicks off fantasy football draft season. So, Sin 76, my podcast partner, is in my Twitch chat right now. And he's probably sitting there going, mention the podcast. God damn it, just mention the podcast.
He needs to get to all 40 views of our podcast out there.
That's right. That's 40 people who may not have gone to the Football Fig Nuts podcast. But we're very excited because this is the best time of the year for a fantasy football guy. The middle of July through the end of August is draft season. So, and I know Terry plays. I know Obo has played in a league with us. I bored Obo to tears in Las Vegas, like because she made the mistake of saying, "What do you think about these 3 guys?" and holding up her phone. And 45 minutes later, so when you really break it down, what you're really trying to decide is, and literally everybody else at the table is like, "Can we please fucking go? Isn't it TwitchCon? Why are we still here?" And so it was, but it is the best time of the year for us. We're very excited. So that's really what's going on our end. I can't compete with the cat though. So
I'm sorry. Leave my hair alone.
Don't be sorry. My podcast partner is screaming, "Who's that kitty?" in my chat right now. He wants me to do this and he doesn't even care.
I'm sorry, you lost me when you said fantasy football, and I'm like, ooh, Obo.
What Bowers heard was, well, this week is fantasy football, blah, 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 shit, blah, 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 F this, blah, 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 kitty, blah, 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 F you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I seem to remember me asking your advice on something and then not liking the answer you gave me and doing the opposite of what you told me to do, and it was the better decision.
That week.
That
week.
No,
that
shit,
week.
I remember tracking the fucking camera.
Mind you, I got second place that season.
You did,
Yeah.
You did. And I believe my advice to you was that might work for a week or two, but it won't work long term. And 4 weeks later, you were still starting him and he was scoring 0.2 points. And I'm just like, nobody listens to Howard.
Also, Bowers, whose feather is this that you sent me?
Did I do that on purpose?
I know.
Oh,
I
did
still
send-
have it in this.
Oh, did I send it on purpose? Oh, okay. You did
Yeah,
ask
you
for it.
did.
Okay. I think it's Piglet.
Bowers mails people's feathers? Isn't that like voodoo shit?
Yeah, you want
It's
some
my-
feathers?
It's my ice cream.
No.
drain.
No, do I want
You
a
want
voodoo
feathers?
curse on me? No.
Terry,
But it-
what have you been doing?
Yeah,
Not
what's
that
up,
much.
Jerry?
I actually booked the hotel for Obo's wedding, so it means like I'm going to be going. But I haven't actually booked the flight yet. So
But
Is
you
it
are
the same
going.
place I'm staying?
yeah, same place as you were staying.
Yay!
Yeah. So me and Crisco are supposedly going to share a room unless my wife comes. Then it's gonna be a
Shack
little
up.
awkward. Yeah, if my wife decides to come last minute, it's gonna be a little awkward. But,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure that I have room in the guest list for your wife to come.
wow. That's fine.
More people are RSVPing than I thought.
Wow.
Your average rate's about 75%. Are you ahead of 75% right now?
Yeah.
Wow. That's because everybody wants to come see you get married. That's fantastic. Yeah.
75%. Mine was like way lower than that, I think, for my response rate on I got
Uh-oh.
married like 15 years.
We were like
keep in
60 to 65.
I only invited like
4,000 people.
45 people.
Oh,
I think
okay.
40. I think 40
You
are
probably
coming.
already picked the ones that were
Yeah.
probably gonna come.
Yeah, it's
What do you
literally
mean
just
45?
like mostly family
All right.
and
Right.
then a handful of friends.
That's a bit different.
That's like 88%, Obo. That is really high. That testifies a lot to your marriage.
Yeah.
People want to be here to support you and Matt. So
Well, believe it or not, Terry and Max are not the people coming from the farthest away.
Oh,
I have 2 people from Germany coming.
oh
as
nice.
well. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we invited something like 500 people to our wedding, or at least our reception
Holy
dinner.
crap!
Our reception
insane.
dinner was like 230 people or something. Yeah, it was
I don't even know that many people.
I know.
It's all
Well, thank
like
you.
family, friends of our parents and stuff. It's just like it just gets
Yeah,
out of
why
hand.
is weddings are more parties for your parents than they're
It is.
for
It's
you.
way more about
Fuck.
it's way more about the parents than anything.
yes, 10-second story. We only had a cap of 75 because we had a very small venue. We had our wedding in a library of all places. And
That's very
So-
Christy.
it was very Christy, right? If you've met my wife, you know this is not strange. About 3 weeks before the wedding, my father calls me and goes, I need to talk to you. I really think you should invite all your aunts and uncles on my side to the wedding. I'm like, Dad, you are one of 9 kids, all of whom are married. So you're asking me for 16 places in a building that holds 75. Well, you're going to make it back in wedding gifts easily.
Fuck off.
It's not about that. They're going to be sitting outside looking through a window.
Yeah.
This venue will not hold that many people. And I invited them, and only half of them gave us gifts.
Oh, I have some pretty
yeah.
bad gift stories from my wedding too. Like literally, like one of my wife's side's family, I don't know exactly who it was, gave us like some twin size sheets, which were like 25 years old or something.
Really?
And
What
I
are they
was like,
expecting you to sleep on separate beds like
I
Lucy,
have no
Lucy
idea.
and Ricky Ricardo?
it looked like it was like a regift, like from like a a Christmas present or something.
God.
And we're just like, oh, I'm like, what the hell is this?
They
Like
must have really
they
hated
invited
you.
like 4, like their kids or something to the wedding too. It's like 4 of them. I'm just like, this is costing me like 100 something a person, and it was like a set of old 25-year-old Kmart bed sheets or something. We're just
Rusty sheets.
like,
Oh.
we also had someone cancel for our wedding the day of, like to show up at our reception. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're moving. We're too tired." I'm like, "You didn't know you were fucking moving before telling us beforehand." They're just like, "Oh yeah, we're moving. We're too tired to come your way." I'm like, "You could have just told us ahead of time, like like
I wish you could do reviews on people for events. Then you could be like, oh, how many times does this fucker not show up to something? Okay, I'm not going to invite this one. It's like Facebook Marketplace reviews, but for like social shit.
1 star.
Oh my
Do
god!
not recommend.
This could be a moneymaker, eh?
Yeah, but
I did
it's gonna
not
be pretty
invite
hard
any.
for anyone to actually want to join it.
I didn't invite any of my aunts and uncles, none of my cousins on my mom's side, only my one cousin on my dad's side.
Yeah,
So, because it would have opened this massive can of worms, it would have been like an extra 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have room for that.
Mm-mm.
And quite frankly, they don't talk to me that much anyway. So, like, why would I bother?
Yeah, if I could go back in time, we would have just done a small reception. Like, it was way too expensive. We didn't make it back on from gifts, and it was just like enormous and such a big headache. And I just like, I'd much rather do a much smaller wedding, save the money. But it is what it is, you know. Ended up being okay.
So Terry, what topics do we have today?
Well, let's start with the first
Obo's
one.
desperate to move off of the wedding topic.
Well, I just don't want to bore people.
I don't know. My chat's really loving this, but go on.
Let's start with the Twitch topic. In that Twitch paid iShowSpeed something like $400 million for him to go back to Twitch for the next 2 years. And for a company that's like supposedly like losing a ton of money every year, shutting down service in like South Korea and all that stuff. Oh, sorry, it's actually 600 million. My apologies. I just looked at it again. $600 million.
Oh.
Almost $1 million, $900,000 a day for him to come back to Twitch. This seems a pretty ludicrous expenditure by Twitch, given how they always cry poor. You know, and take all the money back from all the partners, cutting back split money and all that stuff. You know, like, so if they're losing money, I can at least understand. But like, this seems pretty ridiculous. I mean, this is also the biggest amount I think I've heard of them giving anyone on any of the platforms, right? Like, when Ludwig went to YouTube, I think it was only like 25 million or something, and this is like way surpasses this.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
So help me understand. What do you mean come back to Twitch? Like, did this guy
he
originally stream on Twitch and then he's like, screw Twitch, I'm leaving, went to a different platform?
He went to he is YouTube's biggest streamer.
Okay.
And he is hugely popular. Like, he's won like Streamer of the Year, I think, a few times in random awards. Like 40 million subscribers on YouTube. You see like tons of his stuff on Shorts and other stuff. Like, he is wildly popular with the youth of the world. Like, imagine being 20 years old and being paid $600 million for 2 years, because that's what he's
you wouldn't have to do anything the rest of your life.
Yeah, so he's like on tour in Europe or something right now, and he's broadcasting it on Twitch, and I think he's actually broadcasting on both. I'm not actually sure.
He was definitely on Twitch today, because when I went to the homepage, it told me I should watch him, and I'm like, no.
I mean, he's to be like, I haven't watched a lot of his content. He seems to be very charismatic. He seems to be actually like a pretty good person. Like, he donates a lot, gives away a lot of stuff, money and stuff to people, not like Mr. Beast level of donating money away, but is Mr. Beast just like every video is throwing money at people?
Haven't I heard like he hasn't paid some people of this? Like, he claims he's going to do this shit and then he doesn't do half of it or something. Yeah, I don't know.
He had a lot of controversy about like working conditions or something at his studios, I think is what it was, because he has like a big studio, I think, in Carolina.
He's basically running his own Squid Games now on Prime.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did run his own game, his own Beast games.
It's I saw an ad for it today. It's like 5,000 people, $5 million. Only one will win. I'm like, well, what happens to the other 4,999? Do you kill them? What the hell is this?
Yeah, I watched the show. It was pretty interesting. It wasn't as good as I'd hoped, but it was definitely interesting. It has like the biggest prize that is ever given away in one of those reality shows. What? I mean, like, when
That's my level of interest, though. I'm just saying, I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's sad. I think it's sad that like Twitch is like we know it's losing money, right? So the fact that it seems like just too much, you know? It's just I bet you he would have come back for fucking less, you know?
uh,
Where did they start? Did they just start there?
Maybe that's maybe that was the negotiated number.
yeah,
Hmm.
I assume it was.
And also maybe they're betting on the fact that they're going to make so much on ad revenue with all the viewers that he has. So I have no idea. I mean, I can't imagine it would be 600 million, but you
Yeah.
never know.
To Obo's point, Twitch ad revenue has been a focus the last couple of weeks and months. Co-Carnage did a whole video on how there's been an 800% decrease in the number of people funding Twitch ads in the last 12 months. So this is the kind of thing that Twitch could do to try to add and say, okay, advertisers, here we are. Come advertise with us. This is what we're doing. We're trying to generate clicks. We're trying to generate views. It makes sense in that respect, but I think the numbers are so out of whack in this. It just does not make sense for them to pay that much money.
I mean, it's definitely a good thing to take to advertisers. Like, look, we just signed Speed. He's a huge name to like probably like the most ideal demographic of probably like, you know, males aged like 15 to 25 or whatever, you know, where everyone's targeting all the like the young brands and major brands are all targeting those people and just like, look, we have this big name, come advertise with us, you know, give us your advertising money.
And he's a big enough name. He's a big enough name at the Gen Alpha, Gen Z level that he is going to pull that kind of attention. I'll tell you really quickly. I was watching, I'm a passive WWE fan. I used to love wrestling when I was growing up. And I'll watch the main events. And one of the main events is the Royal Rumble in January. And that's literally where a timer goes off every 5 minutes. And a different wrestler runs in and asses get kicked and people cheer and all. In this year's Royal Rumble, they staged a guy getting sabotaged backstage. And their solution was for their Triple H, who is now like their lead executive, to grab a replacement. That replacement was IShow Speed. So he literally is like, oh, no, he can't wrestle. Speed, you're in the Rumble. And they threw this streamer into the Royal Rumble. He lasted all of 3 minutes, got his ass seriously kicked. And again, if you're a pro wrestler, you know how to take falls. You know how to take hits. You know how to deflect stuff. This guy clearly didn't know shit. And he like poor guy, but he agreed to this, right? It's a bit. Yeah. And at the end of it, he was like in a collar and on crutches talking about suing WWE and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, so I'm watching this online with some friends of mine and they're all like, Howard, you stream? Who the hell is this guy? And I'm like, fuck if I know. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, I feel like I try to keep up on streaming culture. I should know who this is. But they were clearly all in on this bit. And I was just kind of like, who is this guy and why do I care? And I felt that, you know, he came running out. And normally in those events, there's a huge cheer. Oh my God, Terry Zygas here. Oh my God, this is amazing. It was kind of like, do you know this guy? Hey, Beer Man, do you know who this guy? The feeling was just kind of like, what the hell's happening? So I feel like he's positioned himself well, but at the same time, I'm like, if I had not seen the Royal Rumble, when Terry said, hey, I want you guys to talk about this week, I would have not the faintest clue who we were talking about.
Obo didn't know, so it would have just been Terry.
No
like, oh,
this guy is.
Boomer Grounds.
He only has 606K followers on Twitch.
Yeah,
is that
he just came back onto Twitch.
Because he's huge on YouTube.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he's a huge YouTuber. Like, I think he is to this generation probably as like Logan Paul and Jake Paul were to the generation of like 5-10 years ago.
Okay.
More guys who went into wrestling too.
Yeah, I was going to say another person that went into wrestling as well, right? Like Logan Paul is huge. Plus, like his appearance on there probably generates millions and millions of like short views and stuff for wrestling, even though like they might not have gotten the reaction from like the crowd, is definitely something that probably draws a lot of views in the afterwards. Yeah, so yeah, he got the bag from Twitch, and
Crip
it
has
just
more
shows how
followers
boomer
than
we
we
all
have.
are. That 3 out of the 4 of us don't know who he is, and he is like probably the highest paid streamer there is now. Like him and Kai Cenat both probably make enormous amounts of money, and
Oh, and by the way, Kai Cenat was at the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
Like they do these things where oh, look who's here. It's this guy and that guy. And they showed Kai Cenat like the front row. So that says to me that they first went to Kai Cenat and went, you want to fight in a Rumble? You're just going to get your ass kicked for like 15 seconds and thrown out violently. And Kai Cenat was like, no, man, that's a hard pass. That's a hard pass. I'll sit there and you can put me on camera, but I ain't getting in there. No way. No way.
I mean, he's been at everything recently, Kai Cenat. He was at like the Grammys and all that stuff. Like he's just been like he's also like I guess friends with Kevin Hart and all sorts of famous people have been like on his stream and stuff. Like he's Kai Cenat's like enormous.
He's everywhere. Everywhere.
I don't know who that is either.
Oh, even I know who Kai Cenat is.
Yeah, he's Kai Cenat is like the biggest Twitch streamer prior to this. He's probably still the biggest Twitch streamer.
He was the guy who won Streamer of the Year and sent like 2 of his friends with like a cardboard cutout of him to the Streamer Awards to accept the award like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power's like not ringing a bell. Not ringing a bell. I thought I was the old man here.
I know.
I feel fucking out of it. Let's go. Next topic.
Next topic. Powers is
Outta
born.
here.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Massive layoffs at Microsoft this week.
Oh boy, I know this one. Fuck yeah, let's go, bud.
Like 800 or something people, or 900 people that got laid off by Microsoft.
9,000.
This Reddit thing says 9,000.
9,000.
All right, 9,000.
10% of Candy Crush. You know shit is fucked if Candy Crush got hit. You know?
Yeah, but like Candy Crush seems like it'd be a low maintenance game. It doesn't think it require a ton of staff.
You would think somebody, so Verasi, one of the ex-Blizzard employees that got laid off, he went and sent in chat once the like Candy Crush. Candy Crush just had like their championship. The winner got 500,000. That's what fucking Candy Crush is doing.
There's a championship to Candy
there's
Crush
tournaments and shit. Anyway, the point is, winner got $500,000. So clearly,
that's not much really in esports terms.
Candy fucking Crush, Terry.
It is for Blizzard, though. I mean, how much does the Masters Tour pay out now?
Is Candy Crush Blizzard or is it just Microsoft?
I think it's Microsoft. I think I just assume it's a company that Microsoft bought.
Oh, Activision. Okay.
Because it wasn't originally.
Activision was Candy Crush. I could be wrong.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think it originated from them. I think they just bought the company.
Mm-hmm,
They did. I think so King, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, King was the company that created Candy Crush. They were bought by Activision, which was then bought by Blizzard, which was then bought by Microsoft.
Yeah,
so in the end result, it's all of them.
Wait, Blizzard bought Activision? I thought Activision bought Blizzard.
No.
Activision either way. Either way.
Activision bought Blizzard.
Yeah.
Either way, it was King to Activision Blizzard, wherever you want to talk. Yeah. Either way you want to do it. So, but I hear that, and all I can think to myself is, but we can't afford Lobby Legends.
The thing is, Battlegrounds doesn't make much money.
Well, no, because again, Activision bought Blizzard. If it was the other way around, I could see your point, but no, Blizzard was doing so shit they were bought.
But why would you buy a company that's doing shit?
No, I think Blizzard was still doing quite well.
But the company that's being bought is either doing so fucking well that the person's like, yeah, get me out. Like they sell the thing for a fuck ton of money and they back out. Or it's probably not doing so good that they're like, okay, sure, we'll be absorbed, right? I feel like it's one of those two things. That's fair. I'm not super into this kind of shit, but I feel like it's one of those two things. So
probably the
Lobby Legends stuff, dude. Again, Heroes of the Storm wasn't
Another
making-
casualty.
Yes, wasn't making enough money. When they shut that shit down, it's still going, by the way. You can go play it. Go play Heroes of the Storm. They're doing a new patch. New PTR patch coming out. We're gonna be drinking some tea. Lily's getting a buff. The point is it's gonna come back, okay? They're gonna put Master Chief in it. We'll have Clippy. Okay? It'll be freaking great. The thing is, what was I saying?
Fuck
Talk
if
about
I
Heroes
know.
of the Storm and money.
Oh yeah, they canned it because it wasn't making
watching
enough money.
HOTS, like the competitive.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
Like, out of
Like,
all the
it was
MOBAs,
so awesome. to
Yeah.
watch.
Remember Heroes of the Dorm when they
Yes.
tried to get the colleges involved? That was epic.
I think it is the easiest MOBA to visually follow along with, especially because it was so team fight oriented. You actually got to see, like, instead of being like, oh shit, we just missed a really good thing because we were watching this over here.
Mhm.
Yes, it still happens, but a lot less. So it just it was making money. They literally said when it was closed down, it wasn't making enough money, so they canned it.
I mean, not making enough is a pretty valid excuse if you're only making like a
Yeah,
few
but I
percent
wonder
on,
how
like-
much that was. Like, I would love to have known like what that fucking number was. Been like, yeah, well, you also fucking made the whole game free. Literally all of it free. So no
Yeah,
shit,
but-
it's not making enough money. All the skins
it's
free.
probably not necessarily like about a whole number thing, but it's probably like percentage. Like if the game's only making like 3-4%,
That's
then
it.
like it's not worth allocating all that resources to this game. I know Bauer's going to be like, "Fuck you." They're probably still making
They
enough money,
shot
but
it in the foot. I think
Huh?
the piss off part is how much they shot it in the foot. Point is, all these
Mhm.
layoffs and stuff, Blizzard, like again, Blizzard got hit hard, 9K, right? Or was it Microsoft's total?
Microsoft total.
Microsoft. Okay, so how much of that was Blizzard then?
I have no
guess-
idea. They shut down a bunch of other game
Yeah,
studios.
Warcraft
too.
Rumble's dead. Yada yada yada
They
yada.
fully killed BioWare or something, which they acquired like
Gotcha.
3 years ago.
I
Or
went
something.
on another tangent there, but it again, it's back to our last episode of monetization there. Just go ahead, skins, charge whatever the fuck you want. Oh, I saw the video for that stupid King Crush thing, by the way.
Which one's Eddie's
Oh.
one?
The pet, the little pet. It was
Yeah.
a cute cinematic. That
Oh.
little shit does nothing on your board. It just sits there and wiggles around a little bit. $158. Suck my dick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's a
suck my
total
bigger dick.
cosmetic.
What is that?
It's a total cosmetic. What do you think it's gonna do?
I figured, dude, there's this like little thing you can get in a little extension on your computer, and it's like, you know, the Untitled Goose Game? It's a little shit. You're just this little asshole of a goose. You can get that overlays on your computer screen, and it's a little goose that comes in, and he just drags memes in. He'll put little footprints all over your screen. Somebody made this super cute extension. It's amazing. That's what I was hoping for. This like little King Crush that just starts fucking walking around on the screen. Maybe like making your cards tilt a tiny bit or something, put little footprints everywhere. I thought it was going to be something fun. No, it's just another little interactive thing in the bottom fucking corner. I just put my cat in that spot on stream now, and then boom, I got a pet.
I mean, like you can pet it, and it's supposed to like gain experience or something. It does more things the more you pet it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I don't know. I'm never gonna know. It's $158. I did my free roll, got fucked, and we're moving on.
I did mine too.
I got a golden pack. What did you guys get?
A normal pack.
I got a card back.
Yeah,
Wow.
Terry and I got the same thing. I think the card back.
Card back. Yeah. So
Yes.
So what is this thing you said? Like you were gonna show like word for word or maybe read for word. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Reddit post or what are you talking about?
Obo's keeping it moving tonight. I like
Yeah.
this.
Well, I'm curious. I want to know.
so
Obo's like, next topic, Terry, go.
One of the bigger YouTubers and content creators for Hearthstone, I think his name is Rarran, Rarran, essentially went on a rant on stream the other day about Hearthstone sucks now. Essentially, the executives have like fucked the game completely, and yeah, I think it looks bad for Hearthstone in general. That one of the biggest content creators is just like openly shitting on them, essentially saying Hearthstone is all about making money and they don't care about the actual game nowadays.
Hearthstone is a good game that is completely triumphed by the fucking executives that don't understand how to make a good game, because all they want is money. It's Blizzard used to be a company that makes good games and the money would follow. Now they're like, we need as much money as possible, and that's what our entire basis is on now. So like it's if you look like over the last 6 years of Hearthstone, what is the biggest thing they've done is Battlegrounds. Why was Battlegrounds so successful? Battlegrounds was a tavern brawl they made with absolutely no idea how much money it had. Now they're having the reverse situation. How the fuck do we monetize this game? Because people fucking love it. Why do they love it? Because somebody made a good fucking idea
the last 6 years
with no money.
Yeah, sorry, what? What's this?
Rarran, Rarran.
Yeah, I'd seen this clip really quickly in passing.
R-A-R.
He's right. He's right. Blizzard went from a studio who made good games that made money to a studio that what will make money and then could be a good game. And that's the problem right now with AAA studios. And that is why we see things like, I don't know, Supermarket Simulator and Blueprints and these things that are made by Supermarket Simulator. All right, you can laugh at me for liking a simulator game based on running a supermarket, but it was one dude who sat around his computer in Unity for like 6 months and was like, I'll chuck this up on stream and see if it flies. And now the dude has money guns, twin money guns, and he can just spin in his chair like this. And Blizzard sits there and goes, why didn't any of you think of that, huh? You're fired for not thinking of it. You're fired for not thinking of it. It's time to stop thinking in terms of money first. Blizzard didn't get great because they made a ton of money off of Diablo. Blizzard got great because Diablo was a great game that made money. Same thing for Warcraft. Same thing for StarCraft. Same thing for World of Warcraft. And that's the problem. And somebody in my chat is screaming right now, Bobby Kotick. That's when it changed. But I get it. When corporations get bigger, their focus has to change. But in the gaming industry, you can only change so much before you're over bloated. And all of a sudden, you're putting out crap games and expecting everybody to eat it up. I think it's a terrible precedent. I think what we're doing is, I'm going to say something bold right now. We are entering the age of the independent game maker. The age where guys who teams of 3 or 4 are putting out Game of the Year candidates because the big studios just aren't doing it. And Blizzard counts as that. Blizzard's part of that. And it's part of the philosophy of their business model. And it's going to lead to ruin. I just hope they can figure their shit out before it gets that far. And I yield the floor.
Where's StarCraft 3?
Yeah.
2035, somewhere around there. And somehow Jim Raynor will still be alive, but it'll be 2035.
I'll just be like half robot by then or something.
Half robot. Listen here, darling. Yep. Okay. Whatever. Let's go on.
I don't know. Like, I think as the company got bigger and bigger, like they have a board to come to, and stockholders and all that shit that you have to worry about, and it kind of changes the focus of where the company is. Like the leadership is about making money. That's their job. If they don't make money, they get fired, right? And like it trickles down because now they need to push their development teams to find better ways to make money, and then they have to implement shitty things into their game to make more money. It's inevitable. Like your company gets big, this is what happens, right?
This is what happens.
If you're 4 guys screwing around making a game, you don't necessarily have those sort of issues. But when we get to hundreds and hundreds of employees that depend on you, and you can't fuck around and just blast off millions and millions of dollars making games that are fun and without being able to monetize it or anything.
I mean, just to jump right back in, Claire Obscura is probably going to win Game of the Year this year. Do you know why it's called Expedition 33? Do you know why they chose 33?
I'm assuming 33 people made it.
33 teams, 30 people on the entire team. Devs, promotion, writing. It was 33 people. Can you imagine 33 people at Blizzard can't figure out what to order for lunch? And these folks made the game of the year. We're doing it wrong at the bigger level. Terry's right. This is the price of success, but someone has to step in and say, the price is too high. We can be successful and we can be great without selling out to corporate interests.
There are Fire Emblem. Do you guys know Fire Emblem? Have you ever played any of that? Got kind of like two examples. Fire Emblem, it's great. It's a great game. It's kind of like did you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics? Is another one. It's a strategy game. It's now moved into a waifu strategy game. The point is, they were kind of done after their Wii game. They kind of just, the studio was going to go under, so they just kind of you're like, screw it. Let's just put all the ideas we had, just throw it into this next game. And it became their best one in the series, which was Fire Emblem Awakening on the 3DS. And now they're pumping out Fire Emblem games again, like freaking nuts. Because they're just like, screw it, we're dead anyway. Might as well just go for all these things we wanted to do, all this kind of stuff. And the same thing happened to another one. Do you know Danganronpa or the Zero Escape series?
God bless you.
No. Yeah, okay. They're kind of more puzzly, animated visual novels. The same thing just happened to them. They did a series. They just did their last game. They thought they were going to go under too. The 100 line Last Defense Academy. The point is, they also did quite a good job, I guess, on that one. Like they were just like, screw it, just throw all this shit in. Let's try again, right? Maybe that's just what needs to happen at Blizzard, where they just say fuck it instead of like
they used to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck it, I want to do this. Okay, go for it. See if it works, kind of thing. Instead of, anyway, it's a little offside. Fire Emblem, go ahead, give it a try, play it. It's great. Start with Awakening.
It's not really like the first time Activision has like killed games. Like, remember Guitar Hero and all that stuff when that came out?
Yes,
it went hugely popular. They started putting out the game like every 3 months or something. Saturated the shit out of the market. 2 years later, Guitar Hero's dead. Or something silly like that. It was like 2 or 3 years later, right? They just milked the market for all it's worth. They could have been like a steady franchise for them for like a decade easily, right? Because you don't really need to add much new things to each edition. You just need to get access to new songs. And it got like killed within like probably like from release to death is probably like 5-6 years or something.
Totally, yeah.
Oh wow, shit.
Because it went from like 1, 2, and 3 were like hugely popular, but they're like well spaced out, and then like 3 like really blew up, and then they just started putting out like games every few months, like
Oh, see, I don't even remember that, so it must have been way out for me. I couldn't get my PC to work, so it was never really great for me.
And part of what hurt it too was that they decided to just use Kurt Cobain's image without permission. That kind of really turned off a lot of artists too. So all of a sudden they were, well, we're the biggest music franchise in video games right now. What are they going to do? They're just going to stop working with you, and people are going to lose interest. That's what's happened.
Yeah, like
there's another game. I think somebody maybe mentioned on your stream the other day, Howard. Blasphemia. It's a new horror game on Steam.
Yes.
So I was curious when you mentioned, how many people made Clair Obscur, 33 people. Guess how many people developed this game?
Oh, this was a tiny game. I'm going to go with like 12.
Literally one solo guy and his wife.
What?
Yeah. Nakashima Studios is a Brazilian company, solo developer and his wife. And this game, I mean, I don't like horror stuff, so it would be difficult, I think, for me to play this game, but there's raving reviews of this game online, like people saying that they couldn't stop playing it, that it was unbelievable, the story, like everything. And it's literally by one guy and his wife.
I watched hello, Ferret. I watched Dorlar.
She just like randomly grabs an animal every now and then.
I heard things.
I watched Thorlar play it the other day, and he was impressed. And this is a guy who is a Twitch ambassador. He streams literally every day. He's got this personal goal to stream every day for 10 years in a row, and he's 8 years in. He streams every single day. And he's a really positive community. So if you haven't seen Thorlar, check him out. But he looks for horror games when he gets on these horror kicks, and someone told him about that game, and he was like, "This is really well made."
What's the name again?
Thorlar. Blasphemia, like blasphemy, but with an IA was the name of the game. And he was somebody, and that's just somebody just shouted out in his Twitter. He was like, "I'm looking for games that are horror. Give me some ideas." And somebody was like, "Have you seen Blasphemia?" And he's playing it 30 minutes later, and he's like, "This is really well made. I'm into this story. I'm into these mechanics." And for a guy who streams that much, that's not common. He is typically very fairly critical of games when he wants to be. He played a game today. I can't even tell you what the name of it. This game has a lot of good starts, and then gave like 5 critical points. This story isn't working. This isn't working. This explanation of how this happens isn't working. And it just very upfront about it. So for him to be wowed by Blasphemia is no small feat.
Yeah. So it's BLASFEM.
Yeah, I did find it. I put it on my wish list. Thank you.
It's only $14.99.
And the curse of the boomer is hitting me. I'm going to go off camera for just a second because tiny bladder. Be right back. I can still hear you guys, though. I'm going to mute my mic.
Mute his mic.
This is what happens. I'm going to mute my mic, but I just want to let you know I can still hear you.
He's going to be walking into the washroom with his headset on.
As he's holding his wiener, if he's standing up, he's listening to us. Put that in your brain, everyone.
Oh my God.
I hope he sits down so he's not.
Yeah, I don't do scary nun horror stuff.
That looked, the visuals of that kind of looked like it was going to be kind of like the, they did like, that tiny demo they did back in the PS3 era where it was the Silent Hill guys. I think it was just called PT.
No,
I remember
the PS3s were going for like a shit ton of money because they took it off. Like they got rid of that demo. So like a PS3 with that on it was like $800 or something like that. Like PS3 with PT, I want to say. PS4 with
my bathroom's literally 2 feet that way, so it's run, done. Don't worry, I sat down, Elbow. I know that's a big thing.
It is better for your prostate, and you get to empty your bladder more. Gentlemen, sit down when you pee.
I kind of want to get a squatty potty.
Those are supposed to be really good for you.
I don't think I'd be able to get off of it. I'm scared of it.
What do you mean? It's something that pops up underneath your toilet. You put your feet up on it.
Yeah, but I feel like the angle, I'd like need a rope to pull myself off of. I'm scared.
No, you just move.
What are you talking about?
Just like raising your legs up. You just move the seat.
It's not like a toddler toilet.
No, he's going to get locked in, guys.
Your same toilet seat. It's a footrest.
Do you guys understand? Do you understand
I
what my joints do when I sit down?
I understand what he's saying. Not for me, but I can understand for him maybe where he's like, okay, I got it. I fucking got my feet up. Sweet. Shit.
I'm not getting it back down again. That's where I'm going. I'm going to be like, Christy, sweetie.
Will hopefully be future sponsored by Squatty Potty.
That's funny.
This is definitely going to be
Potty.
Get
stuck on your toilet.
Squatty Potty to sponsor our podcast.
That would be amazing.
Don't worry. I'll come right after like the Blue Pill sponsorship and some of the other ones.
Hello, everyone.
We're a whole person podcast. It'll be great.
Hello, everyone. I'm Howard Moon. Do you have trouble performing? I sure do. And I take this little blue pill when I need to.
You'd actually do pretty good on that.
I've done voiceovers.
Oh, man.
Should we do our Boomer Thinks trivia?
Yeah, if you can get us off of this, yes.
Get me out of here. Let's play a game.
All right. So these questions are going to be for Obo. All right. So Howard versus Power scorecard somewhere here.
Someone gets their first win tonight.
I know somewhere along the lines. We'll see how much Bowers rages on the answers.
Oh, I will rage a lot. What the frick is this light doing?
All right. Are you ready, Obo?
Yeah.
Okay, so first question. How many members are in the Wu-Tang Clan?
The fuck is that?
You don't know who the Wu-Tang Clan is?
No.
I know they're nothing to fuck with. I know that.
What is that like?
See, she doesn't even know either.
Is that a
don't know
singing
what
group
Wu-Tang
or a
is?
wrestling group or what is it?
It is a rap group.
Okay.
A very famous
I did
rap
know
group.
that. I did
from
know
the
that,
90s.
but
Okay.
Very,
Okay.
very. Let's have Howard start, since Howard seems to actually know who Wu-Tang Clan is.
I'm going to start the bidding at 4.
5.
Stop.
Shit. Shit.
There's like 6 of them, I think, or 7. But I'm thinking Obo's not going to think a rap group is more than 4.
I was hoping she'd be like, it's a 5-man group. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on.
Obo?
I said 5 in my head.
Oh, balls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's 5-man group. How many are there?
There's
6.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Even I was wrong on that. Okay.
Yeah,
Holy
okay.
fuck.
The members are like RZA, Method Man, Old Dirty Bastard, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah.
R.I.P..
There's a bunch. Yeah.
ODB is no longer with us. All
Oh my god.
All right, so
right. Point to Bowers.
point to Bauer. So we'll go something that might have a better chance of knowing.
We'll see.
How many hot dogs were sold by Costco in 2024?
By Costco.
Why
Are there Costco's worldwide?
Well, yeah, they are worldwide. Why 2024? Because those are the numbers that were last released. Or at least that's what the internet told us. And 2025 is not done yet. $1.50 hot dogs. It's super famous. It's Costco.
Oh, at their snack bar. We're not talking about okay.
No.
No,
We're not talking
yeah.
about this. At the concession
All right.
stand.
We're not talking about or are we talking about just packages of hot dogs? Or
No,
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 they're
no.
concession
$1.50
stands.
Their
hot dogs.
concession stand.
Yeah.
Costco is
$1.50
famous for a
wieners.
$1.50 hot dog at their concession stand, and there are people who will go there just to get the hot dogs.
Yeah, well, it's a loss
Really?
leader for them, so it's very famous. It's a combo.
Are they beef hot dogs or are they trash hot dogs?
They're actually very good hot dogs.
Trash, but huge.
No,
Never
they're
had
not
one,
trash.
honestly.
They're actually they're like really good quality hot dogs.
Oh, okay. But
And-
they're like, a foot long hot dogs.
No,
Like,
not-
they're big.
They're big, and it's like $1.50 for a hot dog and a drink.
Your cat looks really depressed and pissed off.
That's just her face.
He just looks annoyed.
She's
Yeah, I was gonna say
she's like,
annoyed.
oh, you're getting a dog tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you have a number in mind?
Nice,
Obo?
lick it.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
All right, Miss Bowers. Since you're currently in the lead, you may go first.
Fuck.
Sound number.
500 million.
I'm
Howard's
gonna
in shock.
stop.
Okay. There are 8 billion people in the world?
Yeah, they don't all go to Costco, Bowers.
No. But I'm sure the people that go will have multiple hot dogs in a year.
All right, Obo, what's your number?
I was thinking 750 million.
For
Oh,
fuck's
wow.
sake.
Yeah. Good. I was going to start with 6 billion, and then I was like, yeah, let's not do that.
The actual number is 200 million hot dogs.
200 million.
Really?
I had about 100 to 150 in my head. That's why when she went 500 million, I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah, I
no,
was like-
no.
That seems low, though, eh?
That does seem low.
I mean, there's probably
How many
only
times do people go to Costco, and then when they're in there, and they're like, yeah, I'll have $1.50 weenie. It's gotta
a
be.
lot, but it still takes a lot of trips, and there's probably how many
worldwide?
Costco's
Okay,
are in
well,
the U.S.
Whatever.
There's probably
I am in tune with Obo, and that's all that
Probably like-
fucking matters.
6 or 7 a state.
Shit.
And I'm not even giving you, doing faces.
I'm not even staring at you. I'm like, I'm being a vain motherfucker, and I'm staring at myself, going like,
Yeah, she's
wow,
not responding to the
really?
first thing like, that's way too high.
Yeah.
before
I mean,
Like
Howard,
somebody
I
did.
went like this, like raised my eyebrow.
Oh, did you?
Like,
No, I'm
whatever-
staring at
yeah,
these
I was
giant
trying to
red
help
spots
him,
on
like,
myself.
recant his decision.
So I know
Recants nothing.
I know Obo was in Kansas City for a long time and enjoyed the
boy.
Chiefs. So how many Kansas Chiefs players are in the Football Hall of Fame?
Of all time?
Yes, all time.
What a
Wait, so
stupid
you said this is
question.
football? You said this is
Oh.
football?
Yes, it's football. And as you can tell, Howard is a very big Chiefs fan. So if he shits the bed after plugging his football podcast
In a Chiefs jersey. This is a Chiefs jersey, guys.
in a Chiefs jersey,
Yeah, but
Oh, you're
see,
pretty
this is
freaking bad.
gosh dang it, my camera went blurry again. This is not about what the right answer is. This
Yeah.
is about what you
But
think I
Obo
think the
thinks.
answer is.
it is about what Obo thinks, but you would think Howard would be close on the right answer as well.
But here's what I'd like to do after all this.
Yeah.
Is Howard has to tell us what he thinks the real answer is afterwards, not Terry.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
And then
Okay.
Terry has to fact check.
Yeah, I still want to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
actually, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You got hold on. Wait, I guess Obo
How
doesn't
long
have a
has the
number.
Chiefs been around? Long time, right?
Long time.
If you're counting the brief period of time they were the Houston Texans since 1967,
No, he's a Chiefs.
Okay.
they became the Chiefs when they moved to Kansas City.
Okay.
They were the Dallas Texans for like 5 seasons.
Okay. All right. I have a number in my head.
Hi, Miss Bowers.
55.
Stop.
Fuck.
It's the real number's like 23.
Yeah, but Obo.
And
Obo?
Obo's a Chiefs fan. She would not go that high.
I had 42 in my head.
Oh, come on.
What's the real number?
Bowers,
shit.
they don't get, okay, he just said the Chiefs have been around since 1960 something. That's basically 60 something years. I don't think one person a year would go in there.
No, it's
Oh,
So
it's
I
only
just-
one.
I just-
Oh, it's only one
23
person
is
a
my
year.
number.
no.
I know.
The actual
One person
number
a
is
year? I
14.
thought it was like, you
14.
get
Number's
one.
14. Wow.
You get a participation in the Hall of Fame. Fuck it.
Yeah, plus you have to
That was
remember that
really
like
high.
it's probably like one player every like generation, maybe two players a generation, like every 10 years or so.
Okay.
Because their careers have to span a very long time to get into a Hall of Fame, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have to
Wait, what
be
was the answer?
14.
14.
Good. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes,
So-
point for Howard. I'm back in the game.
Yeah,
I got
from
the gimme question.
football. You can have that one.
It wasn't really a gimme question though, Howard, because
It was when she went 55.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
how
don't
did you
stop
know
going
that
so
I
high.
wasn't like going to be like 70?
Because I know you've actually been to a Chief game and you would notice that there were 70 banners hanging along the wall.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
I
it was
actually never
football.
have been to a Chiefs game.
Oh,
The only NFL game I've ever been to was the Lions and Indianapolis Colts game that I took my dad
Look
to
at
last
this.
year.
You broke Howard's camera. He's
I know.
shocked.
I just had to wipe tears from my eyes. I'm fine.
The only time I've been to Arrowhead Stadium was when I saw Monster Jam.
That's still better than I've ever gotten.
Yeah, but you'll pretty much everyone in the Hall of Fame, you'll see like their number retired on like the ring
Yeah.
or whatever.
The Ring of Honor, it's called, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this one will go toward a Pixar movie. In the movie Up, how many balloons were there to lift Carl's house up?
Oh, fuck off.
I fucking love this movie,
Yeah, I didn't
But-
sit there and count the balloons.
but I didn't
Yeah, but
count
doesn't-
the balloons.
You don't have.
I'm pretty sure the strings are not representative of how many balloons.
This was supposedly reported by one of the animators on the number.
I'm just going to come up on record and say I turned it off after Ellie died. So I've seen
my
all 5 minutes of this movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
that
movie
movie is
is
so-
very. Matt refuses to watch it because of the 3 minutes that it's really sad.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was
really-
two little boys, and then I thought there was two little boys that were friends, and then he found a woman and got married. The first time I saw it, I didn't realize it was the same fucking person. I was like, where are we go? Where's the little boy
Where did his friend go?
gone?
Okay,
I got to go first, right? I got to wait for Obo to have a number.
I have a number.
200.
$250.
300.
$350.
I'll go 500. It lifted a house.
Yeah, I know. So logically, it has to be more than that, but it's a Pixar fucking movie. $525.
Stop.
Okay, fuck. Shit, ass.
I almost
Should have went 501.
Obo's
I
like
said 300 in my
1,600.
head.
300.
Balloons? Obo!
What? I'm just picturing what it looks like in the movie, and I'm like,
It lifted the fucking house!
what's the
Terry?
number, Terry?
It is 20,622.
There's not 20,000 balloons in that image.
Okay,
I'm
with Obo on this.
animator. Thank you, animator. Fucking 200. Fuck you.
In reality,
believe-
it's supposed to be like 5 million or something if they actually try
Yeah.
to do it in real life. But in the animation, there was.
If you ordered
20,000.
5 million balloons, you'd end up on a terrorist watch list. Let's just be honest with you. People would be like, what the hell?
When you see him cutting strings like in the house, you're like, what the? Because you're like, that is not a lot of strings.
I have a member of chat who's claiming it's 23 million. So yeah. But either way, that's a point for Howard. That's 2-2.
Totally tied it too.
I was just going off of like visually what it looks like.
Yeah.
in the
Oh
movie.
my god. Okay, I'm not in tune with Obo. Next, last.
You got two in a row wrong. It's fine.
2-2.
Okay.
This is
So we're going to go back to music. The longest running number one on the Billboard charts was Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
It was?
gross.
How many weeks was it number one? It was like, I have no idea.
Is
what
this
this
that song that's like, no, no, no,
Second
no,
place
no,
is
no,
Call Me
no.
Maybe, isn't it?
Horse to the Old Town Road. I'm going to.
Can you tell me second place?
ride.
I'm pretty sure it's Call Me Maybe, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's like a Mariah Carey song or something.
Better not be What I Want for Christmas.
No,
It might be.
no, that's probably has like the most, like the most number years as at number one or most times at number one because like, it goes to number one like every holiday season. Well, this is
Oh.
19 weeks straight.
Okay. I have a number in my head. I have
I got that
idea
one
what it is,
right,
but I have
huh?
a number in my head.
So how many weeks?
How many
was
weeks
in?
was it number one?
Howard has to go first, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to start with 12. 12 weeks.
It's a lot of weeks. But if it was it number one during the summer?
I don't think that matters.
It does. I think it does. Country shit is like. Ah!
I mean, to be fair, it was also very poppy.
13.
13?
Oh, Miss Bowers is
15.
disconnected. Hold on. Oh no,
Bowers, you
still there,
lost.
Hold on.
She's still
It
sort of
says-
up on mine.
Yeah, hold on. Let's make sure she's okay.
She's going wonky.
Yeah, it says Miss Bowers was disconnected or something.
I can
I mean,
see her
her
move,
camera's still here.
but it looks
Yeah.
like she's talking from Mars.
I don't hear her saying anything, but she's definitely pixelated here. Old Town Road broke her.
As it did so many of us.
She's gonna have to take her to the Old Town Road now, trying to figure out what's wrong with her internet.
I was actually worried. We were supposed to get really, really bad thunderstorms here tonight, and fortunately, my internet has held.
Oh, there she went.
Yeah, there she goes.
Does that mean she loses, right? I win?
No, she'll be back.
Hopefully, she'll be back.
What can we talk about in the interim here?
I mean, we could talk about how great Old Town Road was and how it brought Billy Ray Cyrus back to prominence. Oh, there she is.
No, speaking
There she
back to
is.
prominence, there's Bowers.
Really didn't want to lose the game.
So you lost the last round, so I'm up
Okay.
3-2.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's 13 was the last time.
You said
I
12,
went-
she said 13.
I went 15.
Okay.
I gotta stop. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Oh.
Terrible. I fucking swear, Obo Hobo. People cannot listen to that song that much.
I don't know why, but I was thinking 42.
Yes!
52 in the year.
I know.
Oh,
I was thinking, the holidays will roll around and then it'll stop.
oh, cool. My camera's doing a close-up zoom in on my face of this. This is great.
In case you're wondering what the actual answer was, it was 19 weeks.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, 19
It was in the
weeks.
summer, right?
All I remember is it was literally everywhere. It was on
I
country, it was on
knew.
pop charts, it was everywhere. Like it covered all the genres.
Call me,
so-
maybe.
Does that mean that Howard gets the point?
Fucking
Yeah,
That's
daft.
right. Howard's up 3-2. I could close out Bowers right now.
Call me, maybe was 9 weeks. Okay, that's still a lot of weeks to freaking listen to that shit.
I love
that
We need. I'll check the notes to see if I still got the point if you want.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it did.
you got the. Okay.
Why am I even here?
Okay.
Because
Next
you
question.
love doing this.
U.S. history.
Wait, we got another. I thought we were done.
That was question no.
No,
There's
you're
seven questions.
down 3-2.
This
You
is
can still
question
win.
number 6.
Oh, I
Number
thought I
6
just
of
lost.
7.
Oh,
You can win 2 in a row and still win this. Yeah.
Zoom in on her again.
Okay.
Why does your camera keep zooming on you? That's weird.
Okay. Fancy
because it is a tracking camera.
Yeah, she got a fancy camera.
That's
I
weird.
just froze.
That's gold.
The frozen Bowers face like she's on a freaking log flume ride.
It's pretty good, right?
All right. So this was U.S. history.
Okay.
What was the shortest presidency in U.S. history?
In terms of what?
Like
Time?
duration. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how
Why do
else
I
would you
feel
refer to
like-
shortest?
Why do I feel like we watched a Drunken History episode about this?
Did you?
I will tell you,
know
we
the
did
answer.
not. We watched a lot of Drunken History in Vegas, but it was not. There was no. We did not. We did not have that. No, but okay. I have to go first, right?
Yes, you have to go first.
Well, hang on. I got to think of a number.
Yeah, you have to have a number first.
Wait, is this number in days
I mean,
or
yeah,
months
days is
or
good.
what is it?
You can. You tell us how you want to measure it.
Want.
Do you want to do days, months, years? You tell me, and I'll put a number to it.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, Obo, tell us. I'm thinking blank, and and then we'll go
I'm
off
thinking
that.
months. I'm
Okay.
thinking months.
Okay. 1.
1.5.
Oh, can we do decimals?
I don't know what I'm doing. It. I can. You can't.
Is 1.5 an acceptable answer?
I think that's fine. We'll just say an average month is 30 days. We'll use it from
Right. Yeah. I'm thinking of 30 days. So I know that the shortest presidency in history was like 39 days. Was Grover Cleveland or something like that?
Oh, good. I was gonna say 2 days. Fuck.
But does Obo think it was that short? And so she said 45 days, basically, which is a month and a
Yeah.
half, which I know to be over. But do I think Obo would put it over?
I did not think of my number in halves, by the way.
So then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let it go at 1.5.
I think that's a bad read, Howard.
You're gonna say 3 months.
Probably
She says
better.
the
I
number
did-
months.
Again,
Not
my
gonna stop
answer
it.
is not in halves.
Yeah,
What's
so
the
he's
number?
stopping at 1. He's stopping at 1.
Yeah,
And I've got basically 2.
yeah. So what is your number, Obo?
What's your number?
I was going to say 2 months.
Yeah. Was it actually 39 days? I could have swore it was like 2 days, or was it
It's
that
31
Canada?
days is the actual.
31. There you go. Was it
Shortest-
Grover Cleveland?
Is William Henry Harrison.
That's right.
He
That's right. He had a
of
heart attack and
pneumonia.
died. Yep.
Yeah, he died.
Oh
of
no,
pneumonia.
pneumonia. That's right. He died a
there you
month
go.
after he took office. I remember it was less than 2 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So that's point
Canada.
for Bowers. So
Yeah.
3-3.
Oh, we are
3 to
tied.
3.
I'm a victim of Obo's poor history knowledge.
I mean, if it's more than a month, that's 2 months to me.
She said a
I
month
wasn't
and a half.
thinking of it.
Either way, 2 months is not the right answer. I'm just saying.
Either way, you're wrong.
Either way, you screwed me, Obo. Thanks.
Last question.
Ours has a chance.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
How
Take a
many
chance, take a chance,
countries
take a chance.
have English as an official language?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Every
many
single
countries
person
are in
is
the
in
world?
pain with this question, so it has to be a good one.
How many countries are in the world?
A lot.
300 ish.
Yeah, like 270 or something like that.
Okay.
More than the number of times that Nebraska fits in Canada.
Call back.
That's never gonna get old.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Well, Obo's still thinking of a number. I
No. Okay. I'm fine. I'm ready to go without her. Let's go.
think.
How could you go without the answer?
I will make her pick mine. That's how.
Right.
So
I guess I have to.
Power's going
Yeah, you
first.
won the last point. You got to go.
100.
100?
Yeah.
Stop.
There's 300. You can have multiple official languages. It's not their first language. It's an
Yeah.
official
Right,
language.
but Spanish is the most commonly spoken language in the entire world. So,
Mandarin?
Yeah, I think it's
And
actually
then-
okay, so Mandarin and Spanish both outrank English.
Fine. Maybe Obo thinks like me. Obo?
like Obo,
I was
give me the
thinking
pity-
89.
Oh.
It's like 15, isn't it? It's not a high number.
It's 67.
Wow, that's higher than I thought.
Hey! That's closer than I
I think
thought.
we just have it as a secondary language. I think a lot of
Yeah. Because,
Especially in
I
European-
understand. Yeah, of course it'd be high, but I figured it was at least, up there in second languages. You know what I mean? Not first. Fuck no.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's at best third behind Spanish and Mandarin.
No, but I think
it-
she meant as the official language for the country. It's
Official
probably not
language.
first for
Canada is French and English. The States
Yes.
is just English, when in reality it should be Spanish and English.
Actually, the States has no legal official language.
Oh, really? Oh.
A certain individual who shall remain nameless tried to sign an executive order earlier this year naming English as our official language. But by law, Congress has to pass that. The United States of America has no official language. So take that, asshole. Not you, Bowers.
Right, you
The
didn't
asshole who
roll
tried to
into
change
the
it.
Big beautiful bill.
I just want everybody to know that I wasn't that far off with 100.
No, you
Not
weren't.
that bad.
well,
You
not
weren't.
that far off. Well,
But it's
off
still
is
a
actually-
losing answer.
Yeah, so-
It's still a losing answer, and Howard has finally won, which
Howard
means
is-
next week, Bowers, you have to come up with 7 of these to quiz Terry so that I can face Obo in the Grand Championship.
Fuck.
Yep.
Price of losing. Sorry. Can't lose
And
every
you
week
can't
and
do
not
it
pay the
live on
price.
your stream because Terry lurks in your stream.
And I do too. You just didn't know it because you never followed me before now, but that's fine. That's a different conversation.
Extreme content, though. Ooh, I could just ask chat to DM them to me. Fuck, homework's done.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Just have them,
Yeah.
it has to be, you have to DM me questions.
Yeah. This works.
With the
And-
correct answers.
How about this? If they DM you questions and you end up using, actually just in general, if they DM you a question, they get entered into the drawing for next week.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, we
Ooh.
got to do the drawing.
That could be good.
Excellent points.
Yeah.
While Terry does that, a reminder,
you know,
if you are watching us on YouTube, please leave us a comment so you can be eligible for this drawing.
Yeah,
You want to win
so-
free shit?
Yeah, your chat should all be leaving
The game
comments
we just shit on?
to help us, get higher in the algorithm.
How many comments did we get last? Not that
Not
many.
very many.
We
Uh-oh.
need to get. I feel like we need to start saying it at the beginning of the podcast episode, because maybe that's
Probably.
to know.
You know why? I just always forget. So
Well, we'll start saying it at the beginning.
Just
Please
start playing
remember to
Sarah
like and
McLachlan.
subscribe.
Where is it?
where
I should also start playing the videos. Like when I go to the gym, just because I'm not going to re-listen to myself. I can barely stand the words that are coming out of my mouth in real time. So I'm not
I
gonna-
listen all the time, partly because I have a sexy voice, but partly because I want to know how I can sound better the next time.
Oh,
You do have a little bit of a sexy voice. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, when I turn it on, I turn it on, baby. That's all I can say.
All right, let's see who wins this week. I think there's only 4 people. Oh, Tiffany Gray.
Tiff, are
This
you?
is the first one.
Tiff might be in my chat right now. Tiff, make sure you DM Terry.
Yeah,
No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
no, that's fine.
Don't do that.
That's fine.
She is in my chat. She will message you.
Okay.
We're good enough friends. It'll be fine.
And pick one more winner. Pick another winner. Let's see who is left. Wait.
Connor, I'm sorry.
It is to me.
Difficult.
I have to go get the codes from the last one. Where is it?
What? I gave.
Powers, you're still live.
Oh, I know.
I gave Pem his code last time.
Oh, you gave Pem. Okay, that's why I was like, oh shit, I forgot to give that to Pem. So.
Don't worry. I can do all the work. We don't expect you to do any work,
Dude, bitch, I gotta get 7 questions for next time.
Oh yeah.
So,
You're gonna make your chat do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. Well, I don't
Shit.
do my own work. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna create an account called Not Howard Moon. Join your Discord and submit questions myself, just so I have a head start.
So if any of Howard's people got any ideas, just send them to me. Or
Like, go to Power Stream.
Just no, you do. You don't have to fucking come to my stream if you don't want to. Just at least DM me in Discord. I'm in Terry's, so you can find me.
Just
And now
tag
she's
her in
mine.
the Boomer Ground.
Eat pick
channel.
first, then the trivia question that you think would be good.
That's just the basic rules on my Discord. If
Feet
want
first.
to send, feet pick first.
Whenever jumping into something, you should go feet first.
Yeah, exactly.
Safety, especially a helicopter, and also DMs.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching this episode of Boomer Grounds. It's been a lot of fun. We'll be back again next week, and make sure to like and subscribe. Push all the buttons. We'll only need 4,890 more subscribers. So
Wow.
we're moving up in the world.
Right.
Only.
We're on our way. We're on our way to monetization. And definitely our shorts have been picking up.
I like
So
money.
if you're in the shorts, make sure to comment and hit the like button and leave comments in those too, because they're trying to put those out all the time as well. But thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.